And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we arrive at our first Outpost, the River Person of Today expedition is concluded. If you haven't enjoyed the trip so far, you may exit to the dock side. If you have not enjoyed it, you can go to the riverside.
Okay, let's go exploring.
It's hot. I'd rather go swimming.
And I would not recommend that.
Why not?
Well, I'll just say, if the piranhas don't get you, the crocs will. And if the crocs don't get you, then the electric eels will. And if the electric eels don't get you, then the snakes will. And...
Okay, I get the point. No swimming.
Hey, look! It's a trail of leafcutter ants. I just read about them in my jungle book. See how they carry pieces of leaf on their backs?
Wow, that's so cool. Cassie, come check this out.
Nah, I'm good. I hate bugs, remember?
And do you know what is amazing about them? They are actually one of the strongest creatures on Earth. They can carry up to 50 times their body weight. It would be like one of us carrying a minivan with our mouth.
Wow!
That's incredible.
Hey, do you think we'll see any Hercules beetles?
Oh, that's for sure. And the jungle's crawling with them. Get it?
Hardy har har.
But what's a Hercules beetle?
It's a gigantic black bug with a big nasty claw on the front.
Well, it's actually a horn if you want to go technical about it.
But how big are we talking?
Well, let's just say it's one of the largest insects in the world. And that is considered weird in a place with spiders as big as a dinner plate.
What?
Yeah, they actually make a movie about it. They call it the Hercules beetle that ate New York City. It come from everywhere. It come from nowhere.
Stop it. You're creeping me out.
Honey, she's just teasing you.
No, really, they're about this big.
Ew.
Yeah, and speaking of books, do you know that over 90% of the species in the jungle are insects? That within a square mile, there could be over 50,000 different species. So do you know what it means? They are literally everywhere.
Gross. Can we please change the subject?
Oh, look at the frog!
Oh, it's so cute and colorful. Oh my goodness.
Wonder if he'll let me hold him.
Oh, stop saying don't touch it. That is actually a poison dart frog. Very beautiful, but very deadly.
Really?
You know, I think I've got enough pets.
Yeah, and the golden ones are the worst. In fact, one gold frog has enough poison to kill 20,000 mice.
Oh.
All right, that's it. I've had enough. I'm going back to the boat. And don't try to stop me.
I think it's gonna be a long week for her.
Well, then I can try to do my best to make this his best trip ever.
I hope you're up for a challenge.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, we need to unload the supplies. So, Zane, do you want to lend a hand?
Sure.
Hello? Is someone over there? CJ and Zane, if you're trying to be funny, it's definitely not working. Oh. Hello? Oh, I hope it's not a tiger. Or a bear? Wait, are there bears in the jungle? Oh! What is that sound? Kale,
Yeah, hello.
what were you doing in the forest?
Oh, we see, my hearing aid went out just as we were arriving. So while I was changing the battery, I noticed this adorable little sloth hanging way up in a tree. You know, sloths spend 90% of their lives hanging upside down.
I had no idea.
Yeah, God is so creative. So anyway, I was curious and just had to go climb up and get a closer look.
You were climbing a tree?
Well, sure, I love climbing. And it wasn't that high, like 60 feet or so. I don't
60
know.
feet?
Yeah, so
boy.
anyway, that's why I was in the woods. So, you having a good time?
Yeah. I mean, you know, Cassie would rather be at home, so it makes it a little tricky to have fun.
That's too bad, yeah.
But Zane, he seems like a good kid.
He sure is. I love that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you seem close.
You know, we are, especially since my wife passed away. She and Zane had a very very special relationship, and now I'm just trying to fill that empty space as best I can.
That's amazing. Sound like a great grandpa.
A great grandpa.
Sorry. I mean, wonderful grandpa.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Well, you're like a religious person, right?
Well, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, if that's what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I was just, I've been thinking about something a lot lately. I thought maybe you could help me understand.
I'll try my best.
Okay. So you believe in a loving God.
I sure do.
Okay. And you believe that this loving God can do anything?
No doubt about it.
So why would a loving God who can do anything allow so many bad things to happen? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's a good question. And I'll tell you, that's why I love my Bible. I like to call it the history book of the universe because it tells us why things are the way they are. Are you familiar with God's word?
A little bit. I
Okay.
mean, we went to church when I was a little girl.
All right.
Yeah.
So, way back in the beginning, when God created the world, everything was perfect. Nothing bad ever happened.
Oh, story of Adam and Eve.
Sadly, it wasn't like that for very long. And Adam and Eve, it's not just a story. They were real people living in a real place. Do you remember what happened?
I believe that God gave them everything in the garden except for the fruit of just the one tree.
Very good. And he warned them not to eat it. And he told them what would happen if they did. Well, the serpent lied to Eve, and they chose to believe the serpent rather than God, and they ate the fruit.
Okay. But I don't understand. What does that have to do with the bad things that happen now?
Well, when Adam and Eve disobeyed God, everything changed immediately. Sin and death entered the world like a curse, and it affected everyone and everything. In fact, it got so bad and so evil that God sent a global flood, the worst catastrophe ever, and only 8 people and a bunch of animals survived.
Noah's Ark?
Yes, but the curse remained. That's why there's still so much evil in the world, and why there's still disease and death, and earthquakes and tornadoes and poisonous snakes. You get the idea.
Okay, so all this time we've been living under a curse?
Yes, but it won't always be like this. See, God has promised to remove the curse one day. We just don't know when. Could be soon, though.
Oh, good, you're back. Is Cassie with you?
Yes, I'm here, unfortunately.
I'm just glad you're helping.
It wasn't my idea.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Ow.
I'm so sorry.
Ow! Here, let's put these fishing poles down, shall we?
Hey, it's not my fault. You made me carry it.
That's not true. All that I say is if you don't work, you don't eat. That's it. It was your choice.
Some choice.
Okay, it's gonna be dark soon, so we need to get situated. We can all probably fit in the outposts here, or there is a couple of tree houses just down the path. They're all sleep for people, so take your pick.
Oh, we'll take the tree house.
You sure you have to climb a ladder to get to it?
Whoa, climbing up, that's the best part.
It's pretty high.
Well, the higher the better, I always say, huh?
I don't know. I fell off 30-foot ladder once.
Oh my. Were you okay?
Yeah, thankfully I was on the bottom rung when that happened, but still.
Well, you don't have to worry about Gramps. He'll be just fine.
All right, take your stuff to the treehouse, but if you fall and break your legs, don't come running to me. What about you two?
We'll take the boat.
Sorry, no an option. Company rules.
Well, I'm not sleeping in there. That's for sure.
Why, Cassie? Oh, we'll take a treehouse.
Come on, it can be like that, Val. It's people.
Sorry, tree houses are full.
All right, it's fine. I will sleep here. Take your stuff to the tree house, and I will get dinner started.
Oh, what's on the menu?
Better not be fish, that's all I can say.
Don't worry. It won't be any fish on the menu as long as I'm the skipper. Last time I went to a seafood restaurant, I slept in pole and mussel, and that made me really crabby.
How very shellfish of you.
Mom, don't encourage her.
Oh, we better get going so we don't get wet.
Huh. I hope so doesn't spoil our snack hunt.